A driven career woman and true adventurer, Sally Wenley is never happier than when she's out duck shooting, fishing, sailing or tearing up the beach on her off-roader. When the Catwalk Trust approached her to ride the Conquest motorcycle, she couldn't resist.
Sally Wenley is not a woman you can sum up in a few words. A news reporter and keen follower of politics, this adventurer loves sailing, the beach and speeding around on her off-roader.
I was a daily reporter for National Radio, and that's morning report, midday report and checkpoint. And so would be out doing shift work and covering all sorts of different issues. So it was interesting, challenging, but also quite entertaining.
Sally Wenley tells it like it is, and she has a knack of getting other people to talk. The result? 4 Qantas Media Awards for radio broadcasting.
It was while Sally was conducting interviews about the rising cost of living that Sally met her husband Dave.
I had to go and interview people about the change in petrol prices, how they were increasing.
Sally was there with a microphone. She put a microphone in my face and said, "What do I think of the price of petrol?"
He says, "Oh, well, no, I'm too fat and lazy to walk or take a bite, so I'm going to keep using my car." And then he said, "Oh, I'd like to take you out on a date." And I said, "Don't be stupid."
Asked her on a date and she didn't want to go out for a while.
And then he rang me at work and we had lots of lunches and my house turned into a florist shop.
I just persevered and we got there.
Now we're married.
Conscious of issues, Sally stood as a candidate in the last local body election.
Yes, I stood for the local Auckland City Council in the last elections. That was a couple of years ago. I missed out by about 100 and something votes. I would like to stand again because I think, beside having a disability, I think it would be nice to have a younger woman who's lived in Auckland for years and knows the turf, knows the social circles, knows the local issues, and also being a journalist, sort of a finger on the pulse of things around town.
Were there any issues related to disability you thought you could change?
There are a couple. One is pavements. They're shocking around Auckland. Now and then when I'm out, especially if it's dark, I'll fall out of my chair. I have to keep an eye on the cracks, as I know you probably do too. And I think another issue for disabled people is that when companies get resource consent to build new buildings, the disabled access is always hidden around the back or in the sides, and it's like through the kitchen or something like that.
Right now, Sally's career and political ambitions are on hold.
Hello.
While she directs her energy into caring for her baby daughter, Georgia.
Sally, how's being a mum changed your life?
I'm used to being out and doing a career and every day meeting new people, being a radio journalist. But now I'm at home and with a whole different group of women and I'm learning how to look after this little person who's totally dependent on me, which can be a bit mind-blowing to start with, as I imagine all new mums find. And it's taught me a lot about myself, actually, as well.
But Sally's just been offered a fresh adventure, one she just can't resist. She's joining a bike tour to raise money for research into a cure for spinal cord injuries.
And what I think is fantastic is that the money raised is going to be put through New Zealand medical schools. So that's young scientists and researchers there that can do all these amazing things.
This Martin Conquest bike is the only one in New Zealand. The tour, called Conquering Freedom, will travel from Auckland to Invercargill and back up to Christchurch, where it will be auctioned off on November the 13th.
Sally's going to ride the first leg of the tour,
which is from Auckland to Tauranga. And then there are 16 other people with spinal injuries who can drive independently, drive their cars, who will be doing other leagues throughout the whole country.
With starting the bike, you've got an immobiliser just like a normal car.
We went out to the Miri drag strip to watch Sally's first training session with instructor Ian Grant.
It's quite simple for starting.
Woohoo! Yeah, really excited because I've never done anything like it and it's something I never imagined I'd be able to do. So I can't wait. But I'm a bit worried that people are watching when I'm having my debut.
I expect you to at least bunny hop 3 times up here for us. You will. Everybody else has done it.
Just go for a ride.
It's just a matter of learning to drive it.
Don't go flat out. Just take it easy. Get used to it. Get your head around it.
And with that, she was off, as if she'd been riding all her life.
Whoa!
Sally, that looked like fun. How did it feel?
Woo! Oh, it was sensational. It was a lot harder than I thought, getting used to using a clutch again. And there's obviously a lot of power underneath this BMW bonnet, so that's a bit daunting. So I want to get a bit more confidence in places like this before I get on the open road and play in the traffic and the motorway.
And what do you think it means for people with spinal cord injury to be able to get out there on the open road on a bike like this?
I think it would be a real challenge for a lot of us. I'm finding it a challenge, but an enjoyable one. And I'd love for more people to have the opportunity to do it.
And what about little baby Georgia? Where's she going to go?
That's a good question. I was looking at this bike and thinking maybe I could tuck her under there, but I'll just strap her on here with a bit of duct tape in her baby capsule and we'll be off. But I don't think my mother-in-law would like that very much, so
Right.
I think she might have to go in the car with the dog.
I think that might be best. The bike tour is heading through the country this week. To find out when it hits a town near you, check out the website catwalk.org.nz.